Live from Altavista High School, it's time for Colonels basketball. The Altavista Colonels on 105.5 KD Country. I am Kyle Haney. Thank you so much for joining us here on 105.5, or perhaps you're at kdcountry.com, maybe with the TuneIn app. Wherever you are, local, at large, around the world, we're glad you are here with us today. And we got a good basketball game on the hardwood for you today. It's rematch time. First time Altavista played Goochland. They got a win in their first game of the season, 57-34. Now the Bulldogs will return the favor and travel down to Altavista here today. Should be a good one. Bulldogs, always a well-coached ball club, and that was a game up there in the first game of the season for the Colonels. Goochland already had 7 or 8 games under their belt. Altavista came out well, came out swinging, and just got on the Bulldogs early and really rode out the win in the second half. Today we'll see what happens. Maybe the Colonels will get hot early again. You never know. It's going to be a fun one on the Subway pregame show. Lot to talk about. There's still mysubwaycard.com that you need to go to. Register your new card. You get 50 points just for signing up, and that'll get you basically a 6-inch sub. You can also get a 6-inch sub while supplies last when you sign up for the KD Country Reached app. That's REACHT. We'll maybe ask you a basketball question on there today as we continue on with the Subway pregame show. Let's hear from the head coach, Mike Cardellaro. He's going to talk about the Colonels' win on Thursday against the Chatham Cavaliers. He'll talk about Goochland some, and who knows what else. Should be a fun time when you're talking to Coach C. Bulldogs, Colonels, about 15 minutes away here. You got yourself a ringside seat on 105.5 KD Country.
Unfortunately, I have some bad news.
How bad is it, Doctor?
We've done all we can. Your heat pump's not gonna make it.
Oh, no.
Honey, it's going to be okay. We'll call Select Air Mechanical and Electrical, 332-2600. With over 60 years experience, they'll have us comfortable again in no time.
I recommend Select Air to all my patients. Call 332-2600 or visit selectairmechanical.com. They can handle all your home comfort needs, and they're an authorized trained dealer. It's hard to stop a train.
No one knows trucks like we know trucks. Come see us and you'll agree. From small to tall, we've got it all. Highview Motors, GMC. Come on in. Bring the family, see your friends. So Highview Motors, GMC. From small to tall, we've got it all. Highview Motors, GMC.
Is there a painting project on your to-do list? English's Home Center has added an additional line of paints. English's features Pratt & Lambert Lifetime Warranty Red Seal exterior paints. Choose from hundreds of stunning, beautiful designer colors. Pratt & Lambert interior or exterior paints. Value price to save you money. Pratt & Lambert paints. Never compromise.
English's is your complete home center.
On North Main Street, Altavista.
More live high school sports action on 105.5 KD Country.
Subway pregame show returns here, talking with the head coach of the Altavista Colonels, Mike Cardellaro. Coach C, last time out, 55-33 win down at Chatham. It was interesting from the foul shooting perspective. You guys were well behind in that category at Spotswood. I think you shot 7, they shot 21. Big-time role reversal here against Chatham. They shot 3. I think you guys shot over 40. What's your take on that?
Well, I mean, we were getting fouled.
Right.
You know, we went to the foul line. Obviously, we didn't shoot very well at all. And it's been a point of emphasis all year, and it has been actually the last couple of years. And that's just a matter of reps and practice, trying to find some ways to make a game-like. Guys got to stay in their same routine when they shoot, and then it's all shooting becomes between the ears too. You know, you got to have enough confidence to come back if you miss one or two and be able to knock them down. And you know, right now I think we're bothered a little bit by missing some, and that's just part of playing.
You guys have always been great with the man-to-man defense. The help side defense, I think, is something we don't talk about enough. Is that something you rep a lot and talk about a lot, the principles of that help defense, and that's one of the reasons why you stay out of foul trouble?
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly it, and that's got to get better for us. We've really been emphasizing pressure on the ball out front to start off, and proper angles to see ball and man, and then help it and help the helper, which is what we've always done. And it does keep you out of foul trouble, and that's got to improve. It got a little bit better with Chatham, and we had our moments with Spotswood, but that's a point of emphasis, as we get into late January, really.
Let me digress for a moment, and then we'll talk about the Goochland Bulldogs. The man-to-man defense. You've always only run a man-to-man. What's the genesis behind that? I mean, did you ever run a zone at any point in your career? When did you make that decision?
Well, this seems to be the topic of conversation. I guess zone work, especially with Duke throwing a little 2-3 at Louisville this afternoon, because Louisville's very offensively challenged. If you really look at our man-to-man, we have a lot of zone principles involved. Sometimes we'll get a foot in the lane if somebody's not shooting the ball really well. But to answer your question, I played a little bit of zone earlier in my career, but to be honest, the systems I grew up in college and in high school was very man-oriented. And I think really the first thing that it does, it makes you play hard, and secondly, it gives you rebound responsibility. And that's what scares me about a zone, is being able to rebound out of a zone, because you really, really got to be a team that's focused on little things when you're trying to rebound out of a zone. And it's just not something we've done, but I think we've been fairly successful with the man.
Yeah, I think it's worked out pretty good for you. We will transition over to the Goochland Bulldogs, a team that did play a little bit of man and a little bit of zone against you, mixed it up the first time around. What can we expect tonight against the Bulldogs in the rematch?
Well, I think they've won 3 out of the last 4, and they won a big game last night at Cumberland, in which they were down 13 at halftime, and I think they outscored them by 20-21. So they're going to come in hot. They're very athletic, easily inside. Easily inside. 6'6". He's a shot blocker. He's a shot changer. He jumps out of the gym. He's a big, he's a big key. And Sneed and Alexander and Miles are, the 3 good guards. So I expect it to be a battle. Obviously, we're playing without Demetrius for another game, and probably for a few more before we get him back. And that's a real concern. But we got to keep them out of the lane, but yet still pressure the ball. And that's a tough thing to do. And they're probably going to zone us, and if they do, we're going to have to knock down some shots, unlike what Louisville tried to do against Kentucky.
Well, we're having fun here on the Subway pregame show. Let's keep it fun and move right into the shout-out time here with Coach Mike Cardellaro.
All right, big shout-out to my dad, who is listening in Buena Vista, and I know Minnie is listening in Florida. She told us last night she would be listening in. Hello there. Lee's sister, Ann, and Chris, Ann's husband up in Manassas, in Maryland, and Mike in Manassas, I know, is listening in, and I think our neighbors are here courtside, and I think that's it.
All right, I tried to get your son AJ on the radio with me. I told the folks getting the shout-outs would like it a lot more if he came on and did the color commentary. No luck down at Chatham, but you're working on that for me, right?
Yeah, I'm working on it. Let me give a shout-out to Ashley. She can't make it to the game. She's working. Don't know if she's listening or not, but shout-out there. Yeah, you need to get AJ, but he's a man of few words, so that's going to be difficult.
I know. And as far as the agent goes, I think you got more important things to worry about. We'll keep trying anyway. Colonels are going to give it a try against Goochland here today. Tip off in about 10 on 105.5 KD Country.
Businesses today are often focused on keeping their costs down, and we can help. I'm Daniel Wheeler with First National Bank, and we have a long history of offering cost-efficient business accounts. Today, we have a wide range of low-cost accounts for any size business. So just ask us about our business economy checking, small business interest checking, or other smart accounts. For progressive business banking, First National Bank will help you with an extraordinary customer experience. First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's cold in here. Will your heating system keep you warm this winter, or will you spend a cold evening shivering under the covers? Have your heating system inspected today by Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling. Kent Tyree has over 20 years experience and specializes in heating, air, plumbing, and electrical. Licensed and bonded. Call for an appointment today. 309-2266. 309-2266. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling.
We're back at Bug Motors on Highway 29, 3 miles south of the Lynchburg Airport. We're talking with Joe, one of the owners at Bug Motors.
Hey, thanks, Dave. Here at Bug Motors, we take our customer service as our highest priority. That's why we have our ASE certified master technicians go through every vehicle before it hits the lot, making sure we can deliver our highest quality product to the public. We not only want to take care of the customer beforehand, but for the years to come as well. And remember, you can buy a car anywhere, but you can only buy us here at Bug Motors. Visit bugmotors.com for more information.
Back to the press box for high school sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Subway pregame show continues here from Altavista High School up in the press box. And, of course, we've mentioned the MySubwayCard.com. Online ordering also here with Subway of Altavista. Go to Subway.com and click the Order Online button or download the Subway app from your app store. Orders available for pickup usually about 15 minutes after you order. If you're on the go, you probably can't beat online ordering from Subway. If you're on the go, that means you're probably listening to me, not in the gym here today, although there is a nice crowd filing in as we speak. Nice Saturday afternoon game. You know, it was a day game when the Colonels went up to Goochland, playing a day game here. Mid-afternoon game, maybe more accurate, but still got your Saturday night available to you if you want to come down and see some good high school basketball. You heard Coach Cardellaro in the pregame interview. We talked about defense quite a bit. The help side defense from the Colonels has been good, but he thought it still needed to improve, something they're still constantly working on. And really, as far as the help defense goes, of course, we're talking about when you're playing a man-to-man and you're guarding somewhere else and you have to step in the lane or step in somewhere and cut off somebody else's man, helping out your teammate. The principles behind that are not really hard to understand, but sometimes hard to execute. And, of course, you also heard Coach C talking about the free throws. They'd like that percentage to improve. They don't have a problem getting to the free throw line. At least they didn't against Chatham. Shot 41 free throws. Just want the number going in the hoop to go up. We'll see if that happens today. We've got about 4 minutes left in the pregame warm-up time. So let's step aside again for a quick timeout. We'll bring it back with starting lineups, a little bit more. Should be a lot of fun. Bulldogs, Colonels, ready to tip it off in less than 5 minutes on 105.5 KD Country.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Virginia high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too.
Brought to you by English Construction Company with offices in Lynchburg.
A short travel save you money.
In the market for a new Chevrolet? Fellers Chevrolet.
FellersDirect.com.
For a huge selection of new Chevrolets and pre-owned vehicles, it's Fellers Chevrolet.
FellersDirect.com.
FellersDirect.com. Selection. Convenience. Fellers Chevrolet.
Fellers Chevrolet.
Always open and only a click away.
FellersDirect.com.
A short travel save you money. Feller Chevrolet in Altavista. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905. Personal, memorable memorial moments, celebrating life and more. Pre-arrangements with confidence, trust and care from our family to yours. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905.
Your high school sports station with award-winning coverage on 105.5 KD Country.
Having a fun time here on the Subway pregame show. It's always a fun time down at Subway. I think they're still listening down there. Great job as always, gang. Got in, got out, no problem. I didn't even need the Subway app or to order online to have the quick service. It was ready within a matter of moments. Mr. Chad Ward joining us up here in the press box. I know that might sound strange to you regular Colonel fans. Usually he's courtside as the assistant coach of the Altavista Colonels. He's still the assistant coach. Don't worry. He's just doing some public address duties up here because no Kenny Hunt, no AMAC, Andy McCracken. So I truly am flying solo up here today, at least once Mr. Ward gets done with the pregame introductions. He's looking at me for advice. I'm the last person you want to ask for advice. He's getting ready to announce the starting lineups. I'm just giving him a hard time here. He's having a hard enough time, I think. The light show is going to be fun. Somebody will have to do something for what Coach Ward normally does. He normally turns off one set of lights. If you're not a big-time Altavista fan, some of this stuff is probably boring you right now. Let me get it back to basketball here for a moment. Goochland coming in at 8-6. You heard Coach Cardellaro mention a win last night against Cumberland in a game where they were down 13 or 14 points, ended up winning by 20. That's a big swing there. Not to say that never happens, but maybe a little bit rare, at least in the high school game. As points sometimes hard to come by. Colonels with the win, 55-33 over Chatham. Their last time out on Thursday. We're getting close to nailing down a makeup date for that Rustburg game that was supposed to be Wednesday. So stay tuned to kdcountry.com, our Facebook page, all the usual channels, and we'll keep you informed. Colonels on the year 6-2. National anthem time here in the Subway pregame show. We'll step aside, bring it back, starting lineups, and then the tip after this on 105.5 KD Country.
Our thanks to these members of the KD Country Sports Club.
El Cerrito in Altavista. Throw on a sombrero. Shake your maracas. It's El Cerrito time. Authentic Mexican cuisine only at El Cerrito.
Robertson Auto Sales, Lynchburg. Dealers with a passion for great quality pre-owned vehicles. We love cars and trucks, and it shows in our inventory.
Aubrey Rosser, attorney at law, going above and beyond the courtroom. Your choice for any and all legal advice. Serving Altavista, Lynchburg, and Roanoke areas.
One Stop Mart, Main Street, Altavista, where the gas is cheap, beverages are cold, and the chicken is kicking.
Mad Betty's Antiques, 105 Wood Lane, just off of Main Street. Come find what you didn't know you were looking for.
Dairy Free, serving ice cream, yogurt, fries, hamburger, hot dogs, and fresh chili since 1961 from their Main Street location.
Unfortunately, I have some bad news.
How bad is it, Doctor?
We've done all we can. Your heat pump's not gonna make it.
Oh, no.
Honey, it's going to be okay. We'll call Select Air Mechanical and Electrical, 332-2600. With over 60 years experience, they'll have us comfortable again in no time.
I recommend Select Air to all my patients. Call 332-2600 or visit selectairmechanical.com. They can handle all your home comfort needs, and they're an authorized trained dealer. It's hard to stop a train.
Now back to the action with Colonel Sports on 105.5 KD Country.
52 years of award-winning high school sports on 105.5 KD Country. New grilled chicken strips are here at Subway. No artificial preservatives, no artificial flavors. The new grilled chicken strips at Subway, they taste better, and they are better, of course. Keep reminding you about the Subway Rewards card. Things are changing a bit. Go to mysubwaycard.com to learn more. Our game also brought to you by Select Air Mechanical and Electrical, your authorized train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. Finch & Finch Funeral and Cremation Services, and family serving families since 1905. Fellers Chevrolet, a short drive will save you money. They sponsor our YouTube rebroadcast. Go listen to Colonel Games on demand. English Building Supply, your complete home center and your home for Atrium Vinyl Windows. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer, warm in the winter, comfortable in between. Highview Motors, GMC, from small to tall, Highview has it all. English Construction Company, wishing our high school athletes an exciting and injury-free game. The First National Bank, focused on providing an extraordinary customer experience. And Bug Motors, over 40 cars and trucks in stock just minutes south of the airport on Route 29. You can't forget about your Allstate agent in Lynchburg, Chris Owen. Go online, get a quote today from Mr. Chris Owen. Basketball fans, always in good hands with Allstate agent Chris Owen. Of course, the Subway pregame show is brought to you by Subways of Walmart. 2 locations, Main Street and, of course, in the Walmart on Clarion Road. Mr. Chad Ward really getting in the flow of things now with the introductions as the lights go out. The light show in full effect here at Altavista High School. Again, probably can't describe this light show well enough. All the lights go out. One lone red spotlight there in the middle of the Colonel's paint area. Got some different strobe lights and things that you might see at the prom or your favorite dance club. And it really is a nice atmosphere. Crowd gets into it. Music is loud. Fans are loud. And the public address work by Chad Ward, very, very good as he got the crowd animated and into it. We're just about set to go. Let me give you the starting lineups for both ball clubs. The visiting Goochland Bulldogs, coming in at 8-6. Number 2, Corey Alexander. Number 5, Reggie Hobbs. Number 11, J-Rail Miles. Number 24, B.J. Sneed. And rounding out their starting lineup, number 30, Noah Easley. You heard Coach Cardellaro in the pregame give Easley some special praise. He blocks shots, he alters shots. Very good player for the Bulldogs. On the other side, for the Altavista Colonels. They're going to go with number 24, Nelson Dews. Number 1, Michi Malbeck. Number 2, Juan Thornhill. Number 10, Darius Johnson. And number 30, Josh McClure. We're closing in on a few history marks for some Colonel players. I don't think it's one of those things that an announcer can jinx, so I'll go ahead and mention it. Darius Johnson, just 9 rebounds away from 500, and that is an astonishing mark. Of course, Darius, 4-year player on the ball club here, and has been very good all 4 years. He's also closing in on 1,000 points. He's 30 points away from 1,000, so it may be within reach tonight. Probably more likely maybe going to happen Tuesday, but you never know. And interestingly enough, Colonel fans, Darius is not the closest one to 1,000. Juan Thornhill is only 28 away from 1,000. So, again, maybe not quite within reach, although it's certainly not beyond the realm of possibilities to think that Juan could go off for 28, Darius for 30. Probably less likely even that it would happen in the same game, but that's why you play the game, right? You never know. Jump circle. Easley is there for Goochland. Darius there for the Colonels. Darius smacks it in the backcourt to Michi Malbeck. Michi, hand off to Juan Thornhill, and we are underway here. No score from Altavista High School. Looks like the Bulldogs coming out in a man-to-man. McClure catches top of the key. Now over right wing to Darius Johnson. Johnson, couple dribbles, looking inside. He's going to work with the right hand to the baseline. Cut off by some nice health defense there. Backdoor cut by Thornhill, and it's converted 2-0. Colonels lead there. Nice little role reversal. Juan cutting to the basket. Darius almost playing like a point guard. Nice little one-hop bounce pass to Juan. Juan deposits the 2. Bulldog basketball on the other side. Easily driving, cut off, basketball loose. Recovered by Darius Johnson. Here come the Colonels the other way. Thornhill, long pass up the court to Malbeck. Malbeck can't finish with the left hand. 7-10 remaining here in the Select Air first quarter. It's a 2-0 Colonel lead. Malbeck guarding number 25. That's B.J. Sneed. Now over cross court to Miles. Miles right side of the court back to Sneed. Sneed driving, floater up, floater in. 2-2. We are tied now. Nice job attacking the basket there by Sneed. Got the floater to go with some contesting done there by the Colonels defense. Darius with the basketball on the perimeter again. Chest pass, middle of the court to McClure. Now right point, it goes to Juan. Juan, no dribble just yet. 6:40 left to go in the first quarter. It's a 2-2 score. Michi catches it halfway between the wing and the corner. Darius now out front. Right wing, it goes to McClure. Juan's going to dribble it back out midcourt, inside the half-court circle, and reset the offense. Left-hand dribble, directing some traffic. Colonels have an overload on the left side. Now Malbeck will pop over to the right. Mr. Chad Ward, the assistant coach for the Colonels, back down on the bench now after doing the PA work. 5-footer inside by Darius. Won't go. Basketball loose. Being kicked around. Now it's scooped up by Corey Alexander. He throws it ahead to Reggie Hobbs. Bulldogs going the other way. Poked away by Michi Malbeck. Nice recovery there by Malbeck and also Nelson Dews. 2-2. Tied up. Long bounce pass inside. Johnson converts. What a look by Thornhill. Juan was standing behind half court. He threw a bullet bounce pass down to the low block to Darius. Colonels lead 4-2. Easily inside off a deflection. 10-footer won't go. McClure trying to save it. He does so. Colonels have it. Now Colonels lose it. Mad dash for it. Malbeck tied up, and he's going to rip it away from Easley. Jump ball is the call. Wow, exciting stuff here early from Altavista High School. Colonels with the 4-2 lead. Good spirited back-and-forth basketball. Both ball clubs. Alexander will inbound on the sideline here. Throws it into Sneed. Sneed working across the paint. Throws up a sky hook. Won't go down. Rebounded by McClure. 4-2. Colonels lead by 2. Thornhill head fake to the basket. Pump fake. Now off the window. Won't go in. Basketball loose. Rebounded by J-Rel Miles. Got to try and keep track of Darius's rebounds. He's only 9 away from 500. I don't have him as having one so far tonight. So, again, I will try and pay special emphasis on Mr. Darius Johnson's rebound totals tonight. Inbound play for the Bulldogs goes to Easley. Shot up. Shot won't fall down, but he is fouled. That will stop play with 5:24 remaining in the Select Air first quarter. It's a 4-2 Colonel lead. First foul on Josh McClure there. First foul on anybody in the ballgame. Easley with an interesting free throw approach. He starts almost near the three-point line. Spins it ahead once, catches it, and sort of steps into the free throw. First one no good for him. We'll keep an eye on the free throw totals as well because, again, the Colonels shooting so many of them last game, 41. Second free throw for Noah Easley goes down. 4-3. The Colonels' lead is trimmed by 1. Here comes Thornhill racing it in the front court. Now slows down. Left point, it goes to Nelson Dews. Dews with a couple dribbles. Passes it up to Darius Johnson. 5:12 remaining in the first quarter. It's a 4-3 Colonel advantage. Altavista playing host to Goochland in a matinee affair. Probably some shout-outs to come later on. We'll see. Colonels overload that left side again. Now they spread the floor a little bit more. McClure and Darius working on the low blocks. Darius tried to pop free. Juan couldn't get it to him. Over it goes to Nelson Dews, left wing. Michi Malback, middle of the court. Step back three-pointer on the way. Front of the iron, no good. Great rebound and box out by Josh McClure. Put back won't go. McClure's got it again. He wants to try it again. This one won't go down. Now the rebound is controlled by the Bulldogs. Nope, tie up inside there. McClure got in there and caused the jump ball again. McClure sort of kicking himself for not making the first two shots. Highly contested by Goochland, though, so give McClure nice praise just for getting the basketball back. Thornhill to inbound on the baseline. Left side of the Colonel's bucket. Throws it midcourt to Darius Johnson. Now Nelson has it. 4-3, Colonel's lead with 4.5 minutes to play in the Select Air first quarter. Juan working with the dribble. His defender not coming out past the three-point line. Juan really just a step inside half court. Now Juan will dribble. Use the screen from McClure. Right wing over to Malback. Left side it goes over to Nelson Dews. Dews looking inside. Johnson pops out. They send it over to Thornhill. Good ball moving around the perimeter for the Colonels. Taking their time. Very patient. Lob pass left corner to McClure. McClure fires a three. Hit the backboard. No good. Juan, no look, shovel pass to Nelson Dews to the left side of the bucket. And Nelson converts the basket. Boy, Juan's got 2 or 3 really nice looks so far in the ball game. 2 of them have led to points. Juan almost had a steal at midcourt. Sneed driving, poked away. Going to call another foul on the Altavista Colonels here. Let's see who this one is on. Number 1, Michi Malback, whistled for his first foul. Colonels second as a team. Donovan Montague waiting at the scorer's table. They said this was in the act of shooting, so that will send Goochland's B.J. Sneed to the charity stripe. Misses the first one. And, of course, fans, you can't forget, first quarter brought to you by Select Air, your authorized train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. Second free throw up and good. So Goochland has made the back end of their free throws, both trips down. Tie ball game. No, excuse me, 6-4. Colonels lead by 2. Darius controls, foot on the three-point line. Now he'll dribble with his right hand, headed to the basket, had it stripped away in the paint. Darius falls down, might be hurt. Or Alexander going the other way. Put up the layup. They're going to wave off the basket. They're going to say no bucket due to goaltending. I believe that was Reggie Hobbs that came in there, tried to follow the Corey Alexander basket, and he touched it when it was on the cylinder. That's a no-no. Score remains 6-4 on the court right now for the Colonels. Donovan Montague, his first action of the game. He joins Thornhill, Darius Johnson, Malback, and Dews. Michi steps into a three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Nelson Dews. Really rose up nicely to grab the board. Colonels with a second chance on offense now. Lob pass down low. Collected by Darius Johnson on the baseline. Working under the hoop. Driving to the hoop. Too many steps. They're going to whistle Darius with a travel. 6-4 after the turnover. 3:10 remaining in the Select Air first quarter. Don't think the Bulldogs have subbed just yet. J-Rail Miles will bring it into the front court. Now over to Alexander. Motion offense. Juan's got a steal. Juan, right side of the paint, now shovels it backwards. Poked out of bounds by the Goochland defender. That was Noah Easley. Juan thinking about getting ready for takeoff there on the dunk. But nice recovery by Easley to cut him off, and he tried to send it over to Johnson. Colonels will inbound underneath their own scoring basket. Left side of the hoop. Set play coming here on the inbound. Right wing, it goes to Nelson Dews. Dews dribbling in the corner. Handoff play to Thornhill, who's going to bring it out midcourt. Chancellor Mormon's in the ball game now for Michi Malback. Mormon played a lot of minutes against Chatham and was very effective at times. Scored some points. Nice defender. Mormon just a sophomore. Dews studying the defense now. He'll send it left point to Montague. Basketball still a full 25 feet away from the hoop. Cross court to Thornhill. Thornhill will take a spin move inside. Pull up Jay from 12 feet. No good. Montague there to collect the rebound? No, couldn't. It's out of bounds off Donnie. And the Altavista Colonels lose possession again. Score remains 6-4. Our sound engineer, Eleanor Haney, has informed me that she just did the new Subway rewards card at mysubwaycard.com. Said it was painless, less than a 2-minute process, and she got 50 free points to boot. Can't beat that. Miles inside to Easley. Easley streaking to the bucket. Shot won't go in. Rebounded by Josh McClure. McClure has done a great job on the glass just in the past couple weeks, and he's doing it again today. Dews thought about a three. Driving. No-look dish inside to McClure. McClure couldn't handle, though. Colonels are going to have to reset the offense with 1:52 remaining in the first. One-hand pass. Down low it goes to Dews. Dews back out to McClure. McClure driving now. Head fake. Off the rim. Won't go down. Foul as the shot was coming off of the rim. This will be on the floor. It's against Goochland, though. Their first foul of the night. Day. It's easy to say night. Most of our games are night games. It's the first foul on Reggie Hobbs. Back in the ball game is Michi Malbeck. He joins Mormon, McClure, Montague, and Thornhill. 4 M's out there and one. Michi, Mormon, Montague, and McClure. Hope that happens some more for the Colonels. Inbound play. Colonels got to hurry. Wants taking about 4.5 seconds. Throw it in the backcourt to Chancellor Mormon. Mormon catches and hugs the basketball just to make sure no defenders there to take it away. Juan pops to the top of the key. He'll run the point now. Motion offense going on behind him. Still a man-to-man defense from the Bulldogs. 1:30 left to play. It's a 6-4 Colonel advantage. Juan cross-court to Michi. Michi head fake. Now a couple dribbles. He'll pick it up. Back out away from the bucket to Mormon. Juan holds the ball over his head. Finds McClure at the free throw line. Good ball movement again by the Colonels. Michi, he'll try another three. Too short. Rebound to the Bulldogs. That's number 4, Darius Morris. Morris had a nice game the first time they played Altavista. Remember that? But he walked here. Turnover by the Bulldogs. And another Darius will check in the game. This is Darius Johnson. Mateo Malbeck also moving to the scorer's table, getting ready to come in. Let's set the Colonel lineup right now. McClure, Thornhill, both Malbecks, Michi and Mateo, and Darius Johnson. Give you the Bulldogs players here in just a minute. They still look to be in the man-to-man. Colonels overload that left side again. Now a little bit better spacing. I think the overload play is a set play that starts, and if one option isn't there, then you go to a more traditional man-to-man type of offensive look. Mateo Malbeck down in the corner to McClure. That's the right-hand corner. McClure looking to get it low post to Johnson. Johnson, turnaround jumper from 6 feet. Won't go in, hit the back of the iron. Rebounded by Noah Easley. Here come the Bulldogs. Doesn't have numbers, wants to try it anyway, and he walked. Bulldogs have had the basketball the last 2 possessions, and those possessions have ended in traveling violations. That's got to frustrate you quite a bit if you're a Bulldogs fan that has made the trip down. And a few of them have. They have a nice little crowd supporting them here in a road game. Or maybe they're listening back home outside the Richmond area. Juan with the basketball in jump circle. Down to 20 seconds in the first quarter. It's a 6-4 Colonel lead. They're obviously holding for the last shot. Juan's still not initiating yet. Probably going to let the clock get down to 10 before he does. There's the 10-second mark. Over to McClure. Malbeck. Set play 3. It's good. Michi Malbeck reining it in from the left wing there. Bulldogs might get a last-second try here. Sneed lost it, poked away. There's a whistle before the buzzer. No, they'll wave that whistle off and just let the first quarter end. All right, Colonels, not a high-scoring first quarter, but they have a 5-point lead, 9-4. Second quarter on the way when you come back to 105.5 KD Country.
No one knows trucks like we know trucks. Come see us and you'll agree. From small to tall, we've got it all. Highview Motors, GMC. Come on in. Bring the family. See your friends at Highview Motors. Highview Motors, GMC. From small to tall, we've got it all. Highview Motors, GMC.
Your home for Colonel sports coverage. 105.5 KD Country.
You know, the Colonels haven't had a hard time scoring points much this year, but this 9-4 lead that they scored at the end of the first quarter might be one of their lowest scoring outputs in a quarter. Only scored 45 against Gretna. I'm thinking back to that Hawk game there in Gretna. I think Altavista had a quarter where they might have only scored 5 or 6. A little different paced game there. Gretna packed it in with the 2-3 zone. Bulldogs have had a man-to-man offense all night. They're really sagging off, though. It almost ends up looking like a zone at times. And I think that's probably a big reason for the Colonels' patience so far. Select Air second quarter about to get underway. Bulldogs will start it. Far sideline. They'll have the inbound play coming here. They're coached by Preston Gordon. And I mentioned Coach Gordon probably not particularly pleased with his team's scoring output there with just 4 points, but he's probably okay with the defensive effort so far. Early turnover by Goochland, just as I say that, backcourt violation. This basketball is going back to Altavista. On the court right now for the Colonels, the starters: Thornhill, Michi Malback, Nelson Dews, Darius Johnson, Josh McClure. Mention be aware that Darius has 491 rebounds. He's 9 away from 500. Got it inside there for a moment, mid-post, had to send it back out. Too much defensive pressure. Darius working hard on that low block now. Malback looking to find him, but instead he's going to go right wing to Nelson Dews. One little head fake. Now they go left point to Michi Malback. McClure looking inside for Darius as well. All the other four Colonels are really trying to get it into Darius Johnson, but the defense from Goochland, very, very good right now on the big man. Thornhill catches and looks back at Coach Mike Carlero, maybe asking him just with the body language, hey, do you want us to keep trying to work it down to Darius down low, or should we try something else? McClure looking in there. He does bounce pass it to Darius and is poked away by the defenders from Goochland. That was number 23, Jack Twombly, that swatted that one away. On the court right now for the Bulldogs, you have Twombly, Darius Morris, Corey Alexander, B.J. Sneed, and Reggie Hobbs is the fifth Bulldog out there right now, for Goochland. Inbound play, Juan gets it in. Now low pass over to McClure. Lob look down to low for Darius, but it's swatted away. I mean, the Colonels are really trying to get Darius the basketball, and Goochland will not allow it. Kudos to the Bulldogs defense for taking away number 10, Darius Johnson, so far. Malback driving, bounced into Darius, off the window and down. Nice job by Michi, keeping the balance and the feet there as he crashed into his own man and stuck it up off the glass and in. Colonels lead 11-4. Michi has 5, early point leader for the Colonels. Sneed with the ball. Now over to Alexander. Alexander dumps off to Twombly. Twombly fadeaway right hand won't go down. Rebound by Darius Johnson. So the big man's got at least 2 so far tonight, I believe. That means he's got 493. They're not going to stop the game, they inform me, for the 500 rebound barrier, but they will stop the game if either Juan or Darius breaks the 1,000-point mark. Inbound play coming up for the Colonels. Malback lobs it into Juan. Now it goes top of the key to Nelson Dews. Dews, 3-ball is good from dead on. Nelson Dews ripping the nylon there on the nice jump shot from deep. 14-4. Colonels up by 10 all of a sudden. Goochland going the other way quickly. Soft jump shot by Alexander will go down middle of the paint from about 9 feet out. Good job by Goochland to hurry down the court and capitalize there. Juan lost the ball momentarily at the free throw line. Got to back it out. Nelson has 5 now as well. Malback moving quickly to his left through the lane. He's fouled. This is on the floor, though. Second foul on the Bulldogs. 14-6 is the Altavista Colonel advantage. Substitutes coming in the ball game. It's Donovan Montague for Altavista. It's Noah Easley for Goochland. Jack Twombly went out. Now he's coming back in. They'll send Reggie Hobbs out. The other fresh face is J-Rail Miles back in the game for the Bulldogs. On the court right now for the Colonels, Dews, McClure, Thornhill, Michi Malback, and Donovan Montague. Nelson over to Juan Thornhill. McClure will toe the three-point line and try. No good. Rebound by Corey Alexander. He rose up nicely to grab that one away from Nelson Dews. Alexander still got the basketball, brings it in the front court all the way into paint. Now he'll back out, looking for help as he lost the dribble. In between the circles now to Miles. Miles, one dribble, lost it. Taken away by Josh McClure. Juan, lob pass up ahead to Malback. Malback trying the alley-oop to Juan, but they couldn't finish it. Pass was a little off the target. It'll go out of bounds off of Altavista. Mormon checking back in the ball game now for the Colonels. 14-6, Altavista advantage. 4:54 left to play in the Select Air. Second quarter. Goochland basketball. Miles bringing it up, guarded by Thornhill. Underneath pass will go out of bounds. This is off the Bulldogs. Back to Altavista. Colonels will have to travel the full length of the court. Preston Gordon, the head coach for Goochland, can just shake his head at his offensive team, or his team's offensive woes that they're having right now. He's on his feet applauding the defense, though, trying to get his guys to work harder, as is Mike Cardalero. Both guys shouting out instructions. Malback has it between the circles. Left wing to Mormon. Turnaround jump shot by Montague won't go in. And it's rebounded by J. Rail Miles and the Goochland Bulldogs. Goochland going the other way quickly. Easily swatted away by Josh McClure. Going to be out of bounds off of McClure. Good recovery, though. Goochland has tried to rush it up the court a lot, but it hasn't been a designed fast break offense. It's just been one guy getting out in front of everybody. A lot of times he doesn't have numbers, and the Colonel's doing a nice job to get back and recover on the defensive end. Inbound play for Goochland underneath their own scoring basket. Taken away by Donovan Montague. Good job by Donnie to get in the passing lane. Here's Mormon now, right wing. Head fake, back to Juan. Colonels move it quickly over the other side to Montague. Now middle of the court, back to Nelson Deuce. 14-6, Altavista advantage. 4 minutes left to play in the half. Juan, bullet pass down low to Darius. Darius fouled. Shot won't go in. It hit the bottom of the iron, but Darius will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. First time the Colonels have stepped to the free throw line in this one today. And as I mentioned, that's a bit of a change since Altavista shot so many on Thursday against Chatham, 41 of them. First one no good. Heard Coach C talk about in the pregame interview, or maybe you didn't hear, some of this free throw shooting problems are mental for the Colonels. Colonel's going to take a timeout right now. We'll take it too. Altavista with the 14-6 lead. Just under 4 minutes left to play here in the second quarter on 105.5 KD Country.
Is there a painting project on your to-do list? English's Home Center has added an additional line of paints. English's features Pratt & Lambert lifetime warranty Red Seal exterior paints. Choose from hundreds of stunning, beautiful designer colors. Pratt & Lambert interior or exterior paints. Value price to save you money. Pratt & Lambert paints. Never compromise.
English's is your complete home center.
On North Main Street, Altavista.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
KD Country is indeed your station for high school sports. We're pretty much the only station for high school sports, folks. Let's face it. And we try and do the best that we can. Having a fun game here today, although if you like high-scoring offense, it's probably not as much fun for you, but I'm certainly enjoying the ball game. Colonels ahead 14-6 right now over the Goochland Bulldogs. I did misspeak before the timeout. It was Coach Preston Gordon for Goochland taking the timeout, not the Colonels. So Darius will toe the free throw line again for the back end of the shooting foul. It's up, it's down. Darius converts 1 of 2 there, and the Colonels stretch out their lead just a bit, 15-6. Goochland basketball, full court man-to-man pressure from Altavista, trying to swipe it away. Now J. Rail Miles breaks the timeline for the Bulldogs. Looking for a teammate, chest pass, right wing, it goes over to Alexander. He'll just hand it off back to Miles. Miles now right wing, looking inside, almost stepped on that right sideline. Spin move to the bucket, stripped away by Chancellor Mormon. Nice job by Chancellor Mormon. Just got one hand in there and took it away from Miles. Here come the Colonels the other side. They'll slow down a bit. Thornhill's going to walk it back out. Bounce pass. Middle of the lane to Darius Johnson. Johnson, turnaround shot, won't go down. He is fouled again, though. See who this foul is on. It's going to be the 5th one for the Bulldogs as a team. Colonels lead 15-6. They've led by as much as 10 at one point. They led 14-4, in fact. Free throw up for Darius Johnson. Free throw in for Darius Johnson. Changes for both ball clubs. Josh McClure back in the ball game. Malback back in the ball game. Colonels are missing one player in the lane, though. Just McClure there outside of the lane with Darius Johnson. Doesn't matter. Darius made it. And it's a 11-point lead now. 17-6. Colonels on top. See if the Bulldogs can answer. They've had a hard time scoring. They've had a hard time keeping the basketball, and the same problem right there. They step out of bounds. It was an errant pass. Number 21, Cordell Maddox, tried to save it. He did the best he could, but ended up slipping on that sideline there, and it's an Altavista basketball after another Goochland turnover. Some of these turnovers are a byproduct of the good Altavista defense. Some of them are just unforced errors. Michi driving, right-hand layup will go down. Michi Malback, nice move. Really got skinny in the lane there to get around a couple defenders and slide through the Bulldog defensive unit. Nice job, Michi Malback. 7 points on the night so far. Goochland basketball. This is Alexander. Alexander, head fake, moving quickly to his right. Now he'll pass it off to Miles. Back to Alexander. Alexander looking inside, in between right wing and right sideline. Now he'll pull up, jump shot, won't go in. Up ahead quickly to Thornhill. Thornhill looking for help. He'll jam it home. Juan needed no help, and he's fouled. Oh, boy. Oh, and even Juan is laughing at this one and has a big smile on his face. His eyes are wide. I think maybe he doesn't know how he did it. Juan Thornhill. Good grief. Juan with the dunk. The entire gymnasium on its feet. Wow. This is how it happened. Juan caught it around half court. There were two Goochland defenders between him and the basket. Juan looked backwards as he was looking for a teammate to come help him out. That sort of froze the Bulldog defenders, and then Juan just took up the stair steps and threw it down on a seemingly helpless defender down there. Oh, boy. Thornhill misses the free throw. I think he was still trying to catch his breath. Juan to inbound for the Colonels. Thought about a lob play. He'll chest pass it inside to Michi Malbeck. Well, we saw Juan throw two big dunks down against Chatham. That was the first one at Chatham was very special. That one a few moments ago was every bit that equal there. Left-hand corner, it goes to Nelson Dews. Dews looked inside momentarily. He'll get it back to the perimeter of Michi Malbeck. It's a 21-6 Colonel lead. 2 minutes left to play in the half. McClure catches right wing. Couple dribbles with the left hand. Now, cross-court pass over to Thornhill. Juan, little head fake. One-hand pass down low. Left post, it goes to Darius Johnson. Won't go in. Juan's got the rebound. Juan sticks it up. Won't go down. Darius fighting for that one. Basketball still loose. Twombly has it for the Bulldogs, and he'll just hug it into the body and try and protect it away from the Colonel players right there. Good job by Jack Twombly. Bulldogs, other way. Quickly, they score there. That's number 21. Cordell Maddox, his first points of the game. 21-8. Colonel's lead. Thornhill, pull-up jumper. Won't go in. Saved in by Nelson Dews. Look at Altavista with the extra possession. Really hustling after the basketball. Bounce pass, right corner to Nelson Dews. Dews firing for three. In and out. No good. Jack Twombly, the rebound for Goochland. Twombly's a big man for the Bulldogs coming off the bench. He's done a nice job on the glass. Sneed with the basketball, looking for help. Twombly had it for a moment. Now Nelson Dews with the steal at midcourt. Nelson rising up. Layup is good for Altavista. Preston Gordon for the Bulldogs wants another timeout. Colonel's lead, 23-8. 1 minute left to play in the half on 105.5 KD Country.
At First National Bank, we have no service charges on debit cards, and we don't plan to. I'm Courtney Woody, and our local bank offers a variety of accounts for everyone, which will help you bank better and bank for less. First National also has no monthly maintenance fees on free checking, nonprofit, and faith-based checking accounts. If you're worried about your banking fees, contact First National Bank today. We have over 100 years of dependable, low-cost banking. First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Here's more award-winning high school sports with Kyle and Oscar on 105.5 KD Country.
Saturday afternoon basketball here from Altavista High School. Colonel's lead, 23-8. Pet Band laying down a nice groove over there on the far side of the gym from me. Little 25 or 624. Made famous by the band Chicago. And our good friend Bart Shore, who is no Schmendrick, he's a fan of Chicago, the band and the city. Having a good time here on the air. That's kind of an inside joke. Only our sound engineer, Eleanor Haney, might be the only one that finds that funny. But Goochland not finding anything funny about Altavista's performance so far. They trail 23-8. Altavista really getting the crowd into it with some spirited play. They've sank a couple three-pointers, one at the hands of Michi Malbeck, one from Nelson Dews. And Thornhill with the big jam, as he has been doing a lot in his career. Goochland basketball. That's Sneed. He loses it, poked away. He was looking for Juan Anthony. Now three ball coming from B.J. Sneed. Front of the iron, no good. Rebound loose, controlled by Donovan Montague. Thornhill up ahead to Chancellor Mormon. Mormon got to the left side of the hoop. Now he's cut off. Basketball out of bounds. They're going to say it's last touch off Chancellor Mormon and the Altavista Colonels. On the court right now for the home team. In the home whites, gray shoes, orange soles. Everybody's got the black socks on. Orange Altavista on the chest, black number. Here's Goochland basketball. This is Sneed. Now Cordell Maddox lost it. Thornhill driving. Left-hand layup will fall down. It rattled around the hoop and finally went down. Juan showcasing it all, the dynamic offensive machine that Juan Thornhill is. I think Goochland thought he was going to try and dunk again, so Juan simply went to the left-hand layup. Juan, a natural right-hander, with the soft touch to get it to go. Free throw line after the foul, no good. Rebounded by Donovan Montague. Monty's put-back attempt won't go in. Saved in by Chancellor Mormon. Thornhill now bats it over to Malbeck. Nelson Dews down low to Chancellor Mormon, who is all alone. He can't finish the layup. Ball's still loose. Now the Bulldogs control it. That is Reggie Hobbs. Thornhill probably not happy. He hasn't made a free throw yet on the back end of those three-point tries. And there's a foul on the other side. Montague is going to foul Hobbs. Count the bucket there for Reggie Hobbs right at the edge of the paint. He will go to the charity stripe and shoot one after the foul from Donovan Montague. That's Donnie's first. Third team foul on the Colonels. We have 18.2 seconds left in the half. 25-10, Colonel lead. Free throw up and short. Rebounded by Juan Thornhill. Juan going up near sideline. Right-hand dribble. Lobs it over to Nelson Dews. Dews thought about a three. Back to Juan at the free throw line. Now back to Nelson. Nelson driving on the baseline. Left-hand layup. His won't go down. 5 seconds left. Sneed has it. He's cut off. Basketball is loose. Nelson Dews grabs it, and there's the horn for halftime. Colonels never really had a chance to get up even a half-court shot, but it was a good first half for Altavista. They lead 25-10. Subway halftime show on the way when you come back to 105.5 KD Country.
It's cold in here. Will your heating system keep you warm this winter, or will you spend a cold evening shivering under the covers? Have your heating system inspected today by Tyree Littles Heating and Cooling. Kent Tyree has over 20 years experience and specializes in heating, air, plumbing, and electrical. Licensed and bonded. Call for an appointment today. 309-2266. 309-2266. Tyree Littles Heating and Cooling.
We're back at Bug Motors on Highway 29, 3 miles south of the Lynchburg Airport. We're talking with Joe, one of the owners at Bug Motors.
Hey, thanks, Dave. You know, here at Bug Motors, we take our customer service as our highest priority. That's why we have our ASE certified master technicians go through every vehicle before it hits the lot, making sure we can deliver our highest quality product to the public. We not only want to take care of the customer beforehand, but for the years to come as well. And remember, you can buy a car anywhere, but you can only buy us here at Bug Motors. Visit bugmotors.com for more information.
English Construction Company has been in the building business since 1909, so it's only natural that they appreciate the building process. They recognize the fact that organized sports programs build character as well as bodies and minds. They know that high school sports build our youth into more well-rounded and more productive adults. English Construction Company is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports and salute all athletes, coaches, and teachers. A word of praise and encouragement from English Construction Company with offices in Lynchburg.
More live high school sports action on 105.5 KD Country.
Subway halftime show here from Altavista High School. So you still got one more half to get down here in the gym and check out the game in person. Pep Band, again, keeping things rocking in the gym. They're a nice added bonus here. It really does create a great atmosphere at Altavista High School that is hard to top. That's for sure. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there as I was thinking about other great locations for basketball around the area, at least on the high school level, and we certainly get to see a lot of them in person. Colonel's seen a lot of things they like so far. They lead by 15, 25-10. Quick timeout here in the Subway halftime show. We've got some stats, some Subway deals, and et ceteras, and it's going to be a fun time here in the Subway halftime show. I may even round up a special guest. We'll have to see. Quick timeout here. Colonel's lead, 25-10. You're hearing it all live on 105.5 KD Country.
Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905. Personal, memorable memorial moments, celebrating life and more. Pre-arrangements with confidence, trust and care from our family to yours. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905.
A short travel's
save you money. In the market for a new Chevrolet? Fellers Chevrolet.
FellersDirect.com.
For a huge selection of new Chevrolets and pre-owned vehicles, it's Fellers Chevrolet.
FellersDirect.com.
FellersDirect.com. Selection. Convenience. Fellers Chevrolet.
Fellers Chevrolet.
Always open and only a click away.
FellersDirect.com.
A short travel save you money. Fellers Chevrolet in Altavista.
Our thanks to these members of the Katy Country Sports Club.
El Cerrito in Altavista. Throw on a sombrero. Shake your maracas. It's El Cerrito time. Authentic Mexican cuisine only at El Cerrito.
Robertson Auto Sales, Lynchburg. Dealers with a passion for great quality pre-owned vehicles. We love cars and trucks, and it shows in our inventory.
Aubrey Rosser, attorney at law, going above and beyond the courtroom. Your choice for any and all legal advice. Serving Altavista, Lynchburg, and Roanoke areas.
One Stop Mart, Main Street, Altavista, where the gas is cheap, beverages are cold, and the chicken is kicking.
Mad Betty's Antiques, 105 Wood Lane, just off of Main Street. Come find what you didn't know you were looking for.
Dairy Free, serving ice cream, yogurt, fries, hamburger, hot dogs, and fresh chili since 1961 from their Main Street location.
Back to the press box for high school sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Colonels lead 25-10 here on the Subway halftime show. Eat fresh at Subways. And, of course, it's playoff football season. Basketball is not rounding down the stretch here, but we're a little past halfway for high school and college. And I don't know about the NBA. No, they're not at the All-Star break yet. But either way, whatever you're doing, Subway can cater your party. Box lunches, sandwich platters, cookie trays. The options are literally endless. Call Robert at 369-2366 and let Subway handle your next event. Of course, Agent Zero and myself, Oscar Briggs, we always talk about the office party situation, or maybe you're having a sales meeting, something like that. You bring Subway. You let the boss see you got Subway, and you give him a slice of that big sandwich, or maybe some of those raspberry cheesecake cookies off the cookie tray. You're promoted, like literally by the end of the meeting there. I know I said literally twice there in that exchange, but it's not figurative. It's Subway. You can always eat healthy. You can always eat fresh. And as another broadcast partner I have, Bob Alvis, says, the only wrong choice at Subway is not going. And that's probably one of the most profound and correct statements Bob Alvis has ever made. Colonel's doing a lot of things correct here in the first half. 25-10, they lead. Halftime scoring is as follows, unofficial as always. For the Goochland Bulldogs, Corey Alexander with 2, Reggie Hobbs with 2, B.J. Sneed with 3, Noah Easley with 1, Cordell Maddox with 2. And interestingly enough, at halftime, Sneed has 3. He had a 2-pointer and then a free throw. Nobody has more than one basket for Goochland. No players have sank more than one bucket, at least not from the field anyway. And I want to say it was a similar situation down at Chatham in the first half where the Colonels defense did such a nice job on the Cavaliers. Really another performance equal, if not better, against the Bulldogs here tonight. Scoring for the Altavista Colonels, Darius Johnson has 5, Juan Thornhill with 6. So let me update you on the 1,000-point watch then. Darius coming into the game was 30 away. It means he's 25 away now. Juan Thornhill was 28 away. He has 6. He is now 22 points away from the 1,000-point barrier that I'll check up on the wall here at Altavista. I believe you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people that have scored 1,000 points in their career here for the Altavista Colonels boys basketball team. 2 of them are over 2,000 points, Mr. Tracy Poindexter and Mr. Kenny Hunt. So, anyway, Juan 22 away from 1,000, Darius 25 away from 1,000. Again, probably going to be hard to reach those tonight. I'm not sure what Juan's all-time high is for a half. 22 would be a lot, 25 would be a lot for Darius, but you never know. Again, that's why they play the game. Probably going to have to look forward to Tuesday, maybe next week for that one, possibly even Friday. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked, and I didn't even finish up the halftime scoring for you there, folks. Darius with 5, Juan with 6, Michi, Malback, and Nelson Dews both have 7. They co-leading the Colonels, co-leading the game with 7 points apiece. Interestingly enough, they both have 2 field goals and 1 3-pointer apiece. They're the only guys sinking 3 balls so far tonight here for the Colonels. From the free throw line, Colonels haven't been there nearly as much as they were Thursday night. They're 3 of 6 from the charity stripe so far tonight. Juan Thornhill and Darius Johnson, the only guys getting to the free throw line. And the Colonels just 4 guys scoring. So the Colonels have 25 points. That's probably not a lot by their standards in one half. And it's not spread around very much either. Just a little over a minute here left in the halftime warm-up session. It's Juan and the guys having a good time out there, shooting it around a bit. Nice crowd in attendance. I'd say we're over 50% capacity here at Altavista High School. Subway halftime show going to wrap up here. I'm going to make you stick around for a win with Subway option. Your chance to win a foot-long meal deal courtesy of Subways of Altavista will happen in the Subway post-game show. So another good reason to stick around. The basketball on the court should be a good enough reason, but if you need an extra incentive, there you go, your chance to win with Subway. You can get a free 6-inch just for signing up with the KD Country Reached app, REACHT. It's the most exciting interactive fan experience to date from KD Country. Give you a chance to answer the questions about things that are important to you, like high school sports, sports in general, movies, country music. Oh, there's something for everybody on the Reached app, and we will give you a free 6-inch sub just for signing up, courtesy of Subways in Altavista. Download the Reached app from your app store and join the KD Country group. Just put in KD and it'll come up. That's REACHT, the Reached app with KD Country. All right, we're set for second half action. Looks like the starter's going to return for the Altavista Colonels. Michi Malback will inbound on the far sideline. Thornhill standing at half court. McClure and Darius Johnson in the paint. And Nelson Dews over there on the left wing. Colonels do get it in without a struggle. Juan Thornhill with the basketball. Right wing. Right hand dribble. Now a crossover dribble. Cross court to Malback. Left wing now to Nelson Dews. 25-10. Altavista leading at half. They led at the end of the first quarter 9-4. Juan driving to the bucket. Cut off. No look dish to Darius Johnson. Johnson can't finish. Darius has got his own rebound. Sticks it up. Sticks it in. Darius Johnson adding to the rebound totals and the point totals. 3 boards on the night. He was 9 away from 500 rebounds coming in. Driving to the basket. That's Miles. Miles had it poked away by Nelson Dews. Dews just swatting it out of his hand. Couldn't control it, though. Darius now, by my count, 6 rebounds away. Points are a little bit easier for me. Rebounds a little bit tougher. Inbounds play. Chest pass to Twombly. Twombly converts the basket. Jack Twombly with 2 points for the Goochland Bulldogs. 27-12 now is the Colonel lead. Dews, 1 dribble now. Right wing over to Michi. Michi about 5 feet behind the three-point line. Left wing, they send it to Juan Thornhill. Thornhill standing near sideline. That's the left sideline from our perspective. Colonel's going right to left this half. McClure, left wing to Nelson Dews. Dews will fire a 3. It's good. Rattled in there. Nelson Dews, his second three-pointer of the night. And the Colonels have stretched the lead out to 30-12. Goochland basketball. Nelson Dews now with 10. First Colonel in double figures by my calculations. Alexander, lob play down low to Twombly, had it taken away. Thornhill up ahead to Michi Malback, bounce pass, couldn't find the target, but McClure picks up the loose ball and dishes it in there for 2. McClure from the left side of the paint. Josh McClure, first points of the game. 32-12, Colonel's up by a full 20 points now. Biggest lead of the night. Backdoor cut by Twombly. Twombly can't finish from the right side. He was fading away from the hoop. Colonel's going quickly. Juan has it. Crossover dribble, he'll back it out. Handoff to Nelson Dews. Dews going to fire for 3 again. Back iron, no good. This rebound is collected at the free throw line by Twombly. Twombly now to J-Rail Miles. Miles can't finish. His shot hit the bottom of the hoop. Here comes Altavista. Back and forth very quickly now. Darius is going to collect it and slow it down just a tad. I thank him for that one. Oh, nice look. Thornhill inside to Darius Johnson. Johnson caught at the edge of the paint. 1 step to the hoop and converted the field goal. Darius Johnson now with 9. He's got 4 very quickly here in the third quarter. It's a 34-12 Colonel lead. 5.5 minutes to play in the Select Air third quarter. Floater up and in by Miles. Nice shot right there. Hard to defend that floater. And J-Rail Miles never slowed down. He just breakneck speed right to the bucket and just floated over top all the defense. Nice play right there. That floater is really a big weapon. You see it a lot in the pros and in college. Starting to see it more and more in high school. A lot of guys developing that touch for it. Looks like it's a 1-3-1 zone now for the Goochland Bulldogs. Colonel's having to adjust. They're going to slow it down. First time Goochland really this quarter has been able to get down and get their defense set. Colonels have seen a lot of 2-3 zones, not as much 1-3-1 zone, so there may be they have to take some time to figure out this defense, diagnose it a bit. Juan Thornhill, no look pass to Nelson Dews, and Juan Thornhill putting on a show. Nelson Dews with a nice finish inside. Juan was at the right wing, sort of just sidearmed it, no look to Nelson Dews, who deposited the basket. 3 ball on the way from the Bulldogs. No good from the right corner. That was Corey Alexander. Colonel's getting ahead quickly into the front court. Now they'll slow it down. Juan will back it away from the basket. Nelson Dews eyeing the rim for another 3 ball, but he'll pass it up instead. Ball back down low. Mid-post, it goes to Darius Johnson. Johnson fouled. That'll stop play. First real stoppage in play we've had in the third quarter. 4:16 left to play in the third. It's a 36-14 Colonel lead. Again, biggest lead of the night so far. Every time they score and expand the lead, it will be the biggest. Monty checking in the ball game now. Donovan Montague. Juan to inbound. Lob pass out near midcourt to Michi Malback. Juan catches now in the left corner. Juan couple pass fakes. Now they go right point to Malback. Malback crossover dribble, studying the defense. Shake and bake move, trying to penetrate. Had it torn away, got it back. Now he puts up the shot, blocked away by J-Rail Miles and out of bounds. 36-14. Colonel's lead. 4:05 left to play in the third quarter from Altavista High School. Thornhill to inbound again. Sends it top of the key to Donovan Montague. Juan, left-hand dribble, headed to the hoop. Left-hand layup, won't go down. Rebound is loose. Nelson Dews had it for a while, and they're going to say off of Nelson Dews. And the Colonels, Goochland High School basketball with 3:54 remaining in the Select Air third quarter. Repairs and new installations, too. Select Air does it all with prompt and courteous service. Call 332-2600. That's 332-2600. Miles driving, working against Thornhill. Mateo Malback stepped in there to take the charge, and they're going to whistle Mateo Malback with a blocking foul. There's that help defense that I discussed earlier in the game. Mateo slid over because he knew Juan was beaten on the dribble there from Miles. But Mateo just couldn't get there in time. Here's Miles from the charity stripe. First one up and in. Bulldogs are now 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Chancellor Mormon checks in the ball game for the Colonels. He joins Mateo Malback, Nelson Dews, Juan Thornhill, and Donovan Montague. On the court for the Bulldogs, J-Rail Miles at the free throw line, Juan Anthony, Cordell Maddox, B.J. Sneed, and Reggie Hobbs. Hobbs trying to defend the bucket, but he can't. Chancellor Mormon from the left side of the hoop there with 2. First points of the game for Mr. Mormon. Good job by the Altavista offense. Really just beat Goochland down the court. Now they got a steal. Mormon picks it up ahead to Mateo Malback. Mateo, lob pass to Thornhill, and Juan dunks it in there. Juan really, you could see him eyeing that the whole time, and Mateo Malback was on the same page right there. Mateo caught the initial pass from Chancellor Mormon, got it to the free throw line, saw where Juan was coming, read his mind, lob past it, got it right to the front of the rim. Juan catches, dunks for 2. This Thornhill is something, folks. As dynamic of a player as we have ever seen, can score in so many different ways, so athletic, loves to get up and play above the rim. Foul here on the other side. That was number 4, Darius Morris driving. And I believe Mateo Malback just hand caught in the cookie jar there for the foul. Actually, the foul is on Nelson Dews. Colonel's third this half, Nelson's first. Darius Morris to inbound underneath the Bulldogs scoring basket from the baseline. 3 ball up, no good. Long rebound will get chased down and Tried to be saved in by Chancellor Mormon, but he can't get it. 40-15, Colonels lead. Darius Johnson back in the game. Lawrence Galliard checking in the game for his first action for the Altavista Colonels. Galliard, Johnson, Thornhill, Mormon, and McClure. Sneed gets it inbounds. Now he gets it right back, driving to the bucket. His lob attempt won't go in. Short of the rim, rebounded by McClure. Here comes Juan Thornhill, weaving in and out of traffic. Stopped at the free throw line. Now they send it to Galliard, left wing, inside the three-point line. Back out midcourt to Chancellor Mormon. Thornhill catches right point. He's going to take time to reset the offense. 40-15, Colonels lead. 2.5 minutes left to play in the Select Air third quarter. Nobody coming out to guard Juan Thornhill. Now, Cordell Maddox will step out a little bit. Still no 5-second count. There it is. Juan breaks it, though, with a nice shake-and-bake move. Head fake, gets him free. Now down low baseline, it goes to Galliard. Galliard picks up his dribble, looking for help. He's got it in Josh McClure. McClure now picks up his dribble, and he's stuck. He'll chest pass it away to Thornhill at half court. Juan inside the half-court circle. Just over 2 minutes to play here between Altavista and Goochland. Colonels have led all game. They're up 40-15 right now. McClure driving, gets it left post to Darius Johnson. Johnson spin move. It's good for two. Darius Johnson with a nice inside post move right there. Darius with 6 in the third quarter here. Sneed driving, cut off, dishes down low to Miles. Too many steps. Traveling violation again there on the Goochland Bulldogs. That's at least their third travel of the game, folks. And they've had some, like I said, turnovers that are unforced errors. A lot of them are being caused and credited to the Altavista defense, though. Thornhill will just slowly walk into the front court. Now he goes full speed, dishes off to Darius Johnson, left post. Johnson's shot won't go down. He is fouled. Juan is having fun out there today, folks. Juan is one of those guys that is always smiling for the Colonels. He always seems to be in a good mood, unfazed by pressure, loves to put on a show for the crowd. And he is not only dunking tonight, but he is distributing the basketball. A lot of no-look passes, using the dribble nicely, doing everything well tonight. He will check out of the ball game, though. Jordan Witcher now replacing Mr. Thornhill. First free throw good by Darius Johnson. Second one on the way. It's up. It's in. DJ converts both from the free throw line. 44-15, Colonels lead. Sneed will get it in the front court. Off to number 3. That's Colton Johnson in for his first action of the game so far for the Bulldogs. Juan Anthony now over to Darius Morris. Morris, back up jump shot, won't go in. The 10-footer from just outside the paint would not fall down. McClure ahead. He gets it to the edge of the paint, left side stop. Now he'll bring it back out, picks up his dribble, and he's in trouble. He'll dish it off to Michi Malback. Michi had to avoid the referee there to catch the ball, but he did that successfully. Galliard now, right wing catches. 44-15, Colonels lead. Under 1 minute to play in the third. Turnover there. Galliard just lost the handle and was taken away by Colton Johnson. Corey Alexander going to walk it up, guarded by Jordan Witcher. Now over in the corner, Colton Johnson firing, no good. Malback got the rebound quickly, racing up right side of the paint. Scoop layup won't go down. Galliard's got the board to Witcher. Witcher puts up the shot. He is fouled. It won't go in. Jordan Witcher to the free throw line for the Altavista Colonels. He high-fives Michi Malback there. I think he was giving Michi a hard time about. Michi initially said to Jordan, hey, how come you didn't finish that basket? And Jordan said, wait a minute, you had a chance right before I did to make a basket. Witcher, first free throw, up and good. Jordan Witcher converts the first one. Montague checking in the ball game now for Darius Johnson. Mateo Malback in for brother Michi Malback. 45-15. Colonels advantage. They lead by 30. 39 seconds left in the quarter. Second one on the way for Jordan Witcher. The right-hander will fire to the rim. No good. Long rebound comes down at the free throw line to Cordell Maddox from the Bulldogs. Alexander driving, left-hand layup will go in. He was fading away from the basket. Nice job there by Corey Alexander. 45-17 now is your Colonel advantage. Teo Malback on the other side lost the handle and hit the deck. They're going to say he was aided there by a foul. On the floor, though, no shooting violation that time, so the Colonels will inbound right side of their scoring bucket. They get it in to Mateo Malback. Mateo, turned around jump shot from 10 feet. Won't go down. It's more of a hook shot. And now I believe they're going to whistle Mateo Malback with a foul going down the right sideline. Classic frustration foul there by Mateo Malback. He missed the shot on one end, tried to get the basketball back, ends up committing the foul. Fourth one on the Colonels as a team. It's actually the third one on Mateo Malback. 3-ball up by Darius Morris. Back of the iron, and now it hits the supporting wire. They'll blow that dead, and it'll be Altavista basketball. 12 seconds left, 45-17. Down to 10 seconds. Mateo Malback with the basketball. Dribbles it in the front court. Hadn't started yet. Colonels have to hurry. Down to 4, down to 3. Behind the back dribble. Mateo Malback, pull-up 3-ball. No good at the horn. It was a good effort, though, and it really, Mateo Malback did a nice job to pop free for the three-pointer. Couldn't knock it down. Colonels have knocked down enough, though. They lead 45-17. Fourth quarter on the way when you come back to 105.5 KD Country.
Unfortunately, I have some bad news.
How bad is it, Doctor?
We've done all we can. Your heat pump's not gonna make it.
Oh, no.
Honey, it's going to be okay. We'll call Select Air Mechanical and Electrical, 332-2600. With over 60 years experience, they'll have us comfortable again in no time.
I recommend Select Air to all my patients. Call 332-2600 or visit selectairmechanical.com. They can handle all your home comfort needs, and they're an authorized trained dealer. It's hard to stop a train.
Your high school sports station with award-winning coverage on 105.5 KD Country.
45-17. Colonels in charge in a big way here from Altavista High School. The Goochland Bulldogs in town. Ride home going to be a little bit longer. Going to take a little longer if the margin stays like this. At least mentally anyway, that ride home can be pretty tough after a big loss. We'll see what the Colonels can do here to start the fourth quarter. Few shout-outs. I think Agent Zero Oscar Briggs is out there listening somewhere in Radio Land. I know Ashley Cardalero tuning in. Coach C said that. I don't see AJ out there right now. He mentioned AJ in the pregame interview. I tried to get him up here to do some color commentary. Coach C said he's a man of action, not of words. Danny Barber at the Village Barber Shop probably tuning in right now on a nice warm winter day, really. It's not a bad day to be outside at all. And Danny usually with the speaker blaring out there at the barber shop. Fun stuff. Don't know who else is tuned in. I'm sure there's some other ones out there. Foul here as Goochland gets the basketball inbounds. They're going to whistle this on Darius Johnson, his first. Fifth one on the Colonels as a team. Bulldogs to inbound with 7:50 remaining in the last quarter of the game, of regulation anyway. Colonels get to steal off that inbound play. Here they go the other way. McClure going to try a three from the corner. It's good! Josh McClure tinkling the twine. The old Mark Slusher 3-ball in the corner pocket. Josh McClure brings it in for the Colonels. 48-17 now. It's a big lead here from Altavista. Thornhill taking the charge. Yes, he does. Got his feet set right there at the free throw line. And Darius Morris did a spin move right into him. Good job by Juan Thornhill to get the feet set. And I'll tell you what, folks. I mentioned he was doing everything. He was a real crowd pleaser. Well, that's just down and dirty taking the charge right there. And the Colonels with such a big lead, up by 31 right now. You'd think that most guys wouldn't want to take the extra effort and to sacrifice their body like that and to hit the deck to take a charge. But that's just Juan Thornhill. He does it all. He does a lot of it with style, but he doesn't mind doing the down and dirty work, too. 3-ball on the way from Nelson Dews. No good. Swatted out of bounds by Goochland. Basketball is going to stay with the Colonels. 48-17. Altavista on top. Maul back to inbound for Altavista. Looks like Goochland might be back in that 1-3-1 zone. Michi will try a three right in front of the Altavista bench. No good. Juan gets the rebound, tried to save it. Had a shoelace on the line, though. Out of bounds. Bulldogs basketball with 7 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the Select Air fourth quarter. 48-17. Colonels on top, in charge. They have been all game. They led 9-4 at the end of the first quarter, 25-10 at half, 40-17 at the end of the third quarter. You notice the theme there. They've expanded the lead with every quarter of play. And I'm sure Coach Cardalero hopes they can do the same thing here in the fourth quarter. And he's probably made that statement himself. Hey, don't just ride out the lead. Let's get the lead bigger. Bounce pass goes out of bounds there for the Bulldogs. They'll say last touch off Altavista. almost went into the lobby here at Altavista High School. Bulldogs basketball will be inbounded by Darius Morris on the baseline. Bounce pass. It won't find its target. Ends up in the 5th row. Off of Altavista again? Or Colonel ball? No, Altavista ball. I was going to say that. My eyes can't be that bad. I'm getting older, but not that old. They never touch that ball, and they do get the call right. McClure going to try a 3-ball, same spot. Won't go down. This time a little too strong. Johnson going to get whistled with the foul. He tried to pull that rebound in. Didn't have position to do so. 6th one on the Colonel. Excuse me, this might be team foul number 7 on Altavista this half. Let's wait and see. Looking for the scoreboard there. No, it is team foul number 6. I was right. Chancellor Mormon checking in the ball game now for Josh McClure. He joins Nelson Dews, Darius Johnson, Juan Thornhill, and Michi Ballback. 6:20 left to play in the ball game. 48-17. Colonel's on top by a bunch. Don't you go changing, though. Your chance to win with Subway later on. 3-ball attempt swatted away by Juan Thornhill. Nice job by Juan getting the block. Johnson lost it, and that's because he was fouled by Noah Easley. That foul's on the floor. Yeah, don't go changing. Your chance to win with Subway happens in the Subway pregame show. If you don't know what we're talking about, if you just tuned in, all you got to do is like KD Country's Facebook page. We give you the code word or the phrase that you need to put in and post to KD Country's Facebook page. All the people that do so, we pick a winner. Winner gets a foot-long meal deal, courtesy of Subway in Altavista. Malback gets it inbounds, standing about a foot away from that far sideline. That's the right sideline. Michi thought about a really long 3-ball. I told you he was a foot away from the sideline. That would have been long. Not that Michi can't hit from out there, but just not the kind of shot you need when you're up 31. Colonels throw it out of bounds. Malback went one way. Nelson Dews passed the other way. So it'll be Goochland basketball after the turnover. 48-17. We're under 6 minutes to play here in the Select Air, 4th quarter. Miles driving right hand, poked away by Nelson Dews. Dews sends it up ahead to Donovan Montague. Montague had it swiped away and out of bounds. Looked like Donnie wanted to rise up and try and throw one home on a dunk. Good defense by, believe it was number 44, Juan Anthony, that hustled back and knocked it away. Thornhill to inbound. Over to Nelson Dews, left wing. Dews firing for 3 again, and it's good. Nelson Dews with the 3-ball. That is Nelson's 3rd triple of the night so far. Cordell Maddox will try a long 3. No good. Rebounded by J. Rel Miles on the offensive end. Colonels hustle out of there with it, though. Taken away by Mormon. Now taken right back by Cordell Maddox. Juan Anthony, head fake, right side of the paint. Lost the basketball. Just slapped it away. And now Juan Thornhill will tell everybody get in the front court. Let's slow down. Let me bring this ball up without any Goochland defenders on me. And he does just that. Mateo Malback will try a 3. Corner pocket. No good. Rebound loose and comes down to Colton Johnson for Goochland. On the court right now for the Bulldogs. Colton Johnson, Juan Anthony, Cordell Maddox, J-Rel Miles, and Corey Alexander. Alexander, crossover dribble. Stopped at the free throw line. Now kicks out. Miles driving. His shot altered by Donovan Montague, but not blocked, and Monty comes down with the rebound. Juan catches in between the circles. Ball on his hip. Now he'll use the right-hand dribble. 4.5 minutes left to play in the ball game. 51-17. Coach Mike Cardellaro is going to call a timeout, but it's just to bring subs in, so we will not observe this timeout. That's something that you see in games where there's a margin as wide as this. One coach will sort of look at the other coach and say, I'm going to call a timeout, but I don't really want to have the guys come over to the bench and talk to him. I just want to call the timeout to get some subs in. Coach C does just that. Jordan Witcher checking in the ball game. Lawrence Galliard as well. They join Chancellor Mormon, Mateo Malback, and Donovan Montague. Witcher catches, head fake, right sideline. Now they go free throw line to Galliard. Galliard tried to shovel it over to Montague. Galliard hustling after the loose ball. Now they get it to Chancellor Mormon. Right point over to Mateo Malback. Bounce pass, free throw line to Galliard. Galliard driving up with a right hand, won't go down. Goochland avoids giving up some points there. 51-17, the score will remain. Spin move by Alexander. Now he sends it down low to Cordell Maddox. Maddox can't finish. Ooh, had a wide open look at the basket. That's got to make Maddox a little upset. Colonel's on the other side. Galliard, right side of the hoop, pumps it in there for 2. Lawrence Galliard, 2 points. 53-17, Colonel's lead now. 3 minutes and 25 seconds left to play. Foul on the other end. It's on the floor, but Colonels have committed 7, so this will be a 1-and-1 shooting opportunity for J-Rel Miles and the Goochland Bulldogs. Jack Twombly checking in the game now for Goochland. 3:24 left to play. It's a 53-17 Colonel advantage. First one up for J-Rel Miles, won't go down. Rebounded nicely by Lawrence Galliard right in front of the hoop. Timeout on the court for an equipment issue. Still Altavista basketball. And now they'll pitch it back inbounds to Chancellor Mormon. Mormon back over to Mateo Malback. Looks like the 1-3-1 zone again by Goochland. Got 3 minutes left to play. Galliard catches, free throw line. Now they send it down in the corner to Donovan Montague. Montague for 3, no good. Rebounded by Galliard. Galliard goes up, had it stuffed away, got it back. Now Mateo Malback's going to try a 3 from the left wing. That one is good. Mateo Malback scoring from long distance. And a bunch of people doing that so far tonight for the Colonels. Couple of them named Malback, one named McClure, and one named Nelson Dews. Nelson's got 3 long ones tonight. Oh, Chancellor Mormon with the steal at half court. Nice defense by Chancellor. Bounce pass to Mateo Malback. Right-handed shot won't go down. Rebound is loose. Mateo got it back. Colonel's doing a nice job with the hustle plays. Jordan Witcher catches left wing now. Doesn't use the dribble. Just going to give it back to Mateo Malback. 2:25 remaining in the ball game. 56-17. Jordan Witcher firing for 3. No good. Long rebound comes down to J-Rel Miles. And you'll get a timeout on the court now. Is this another substitution timeout? Yes, it is. They initially, Goochland walked over to the bench, but Preston Gordon said, no, I want to do the same thing. I just want to sub some people in. So they'll do that. Substitutes look like Juan Anthony back in the game. Darius Morris is back in the game. Morris will pull up and fire for 3. It's good. Morris shot a little no-spinner knuckleball up there at the hoop, but it went down. Darius Morris for 3. 56-20 is your score now. Colonel still on top and in command. 2 minutes left to play in the ball game. Witcher thinking about a 3 ball again. He will fire for 3. Back iron, no good. The bench rose to its feet right there. They wanted to see that one go in. And it would not fall down for Jordan Witcher and the Altavista Colonels. Darius Morris, crossover dribble. Guarded at the three-point line by Chancellor Mormon. Middle of the court. Now some help from Donovan Montague. Turns into a true double team by the Colonels. Morris will get rid of it to J-Rel Miles. Miles driving, lost the basketball, and he was fouled in the process of losing that basketball. 1-and-1 opportunity coming up again for J-Rel Miles and the Goochland Bulldogs. 56-20, your Altavista Colonel lead. Goochland going to fall to 8-7. Colonel's going to improve to 7-2. Free throw no good. Picked up by Jordan Witcher after a scramble for it. Jordan Witcher, no teammates, looking for help, threw it away. That's Juan Anthony catching the bad pass for Goochland. Up ahead. Firing from 3 is number 3, Colton Johnson. No good. Rattled in and out, and it's rebounded by Chancellor Mormon. Now he shovels it over to Mateo Malback. Mateo Malback going to get it into the front court. 60 seconds left to play in this ball game. Colonels will be on the hardwood again, as I said, Tuesday night. William Campbell is the opponent. That game is at Altavista. Next week is a good slate of ball games. William Campbell at home Tuesday. Appomattox on the road Friday. And then at Brookville Saturday. So the Colonels back-to-back road games on Friday and Saturday. Not long trips, but still got to go to a different gym anyway. Darius Morris going to try for 3. He's fouled. Basketball hit the middle of the backboard and didn't go in. Fouled by Chancellor Mormon. Darius Morris will go to the free throw line and shoot 3 for Goochland. Morris didn't really have great position, but I got to give him credit. He knew where Chancellor Mormon was. He knew that Chancellor Mormon had even worse position. So he tried the 3. First free throw won't go down. A little too strong. Second foul on Chancellor Mormon. 9th one on the Colonels as a team. Pep band leading a cheer out there in the Colonel crowd. That's nice to see. They can't play their instruments while the game's going on, but they can still yell and scream and make noise. 33 seconds left. in the contest. It's a 56-20 Altavista Colonel lead. Third free throw on the way. None of them go down for Darius Morris, and Chancellor Mormon grabs the rebound for the Altavista Colonels. Mormon over to Mateo Malback. Now Chancellor's got it back. Back to Mateo Malback. Back and forth there between those two guys. Pitch and catch game. 18 seconds left to play. Jordan Witcher has it. Thought about shooting a three. I think he heard some direction from Coach Cardellaro on the sideline urging him not to. Colonels don't need to score, obviously. Just running out the clock. 56-20. We're down to 6 seconds left to play. 2-1. There's the final horn. Altavista, a 26-point winner. 56-20 over the Goochland Bulldogs. Did my math wrong there, folks. That's a 36-point win, right? Sorry, you knew math was never my strong suit. Colonels do win, 56-20. We'll have the Subway postgame show to figure out math and figure out a whole lot more. Make sure you come back on 105.5 KD Country.
No one knows trucks like we know trucks. Come see us and you'll agree. From small to tall, we've got it all. Highview Motors, GMC. Come on in. Bring the family, see your friends at Highview Motors. Highview Motors, GMC. From small to tall, we've got it all. Highview Motors, GMC.
Is there a painting project on your to-do list? English's Home Center has added an additional line of paints. English's features Pratt & Lambert Lifetime Warranty Red Seal Exterior Paints. Choose from hundreds of stunning, beautiful designer colors. Pratt & Lambert Interior or Exterior Paints. Value price to save you money. Pratt & Lambert Paints. Never compromise.
English's is your complete home center.
On North Main Street, Altavista.
Hi, I'm Tracy Robinson of First National Bank. Did you know there are great home mortgage opportunities available right now? With rates being at an all-time low and 100% financing, our recognized mortgage lenders will deliver the right loan for your needs. Put this together with our other progressive mortgage products, our fast local service, and we're ready to lend. First National Bank, over 100 years of dependable custom banking. For you and your money, that's important. First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Now back to the action with Colonel Sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Altavista with the 36-point win, 56-20. I mistakenly said 26-point win there. And, again, math, never my strong suit. But, hey, we got through it anyway. 56-20. The Colonels got through this game really with flying colors, I thought. I'll bring it back, talk about that a little bit more. Maybe a post-game guess. Your chance to win with Subway will come after this timeout. And also the stats, players of the game, the whole 9 yards here in the Subway post-game show. Going to be a lot of fun. Colonels, 56-20. You heard the victory live on 105.5 KD Country.
It's cold in here. Will your heating system keep you warm this winter, or will you spend a cold evening shivering under the covers? Have your heating system inspected today by Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling. Kent Tyree has over 20 years experience and specializes in heating, air, plumbing, and electrical. Licensed and bonded. Call for an appointment today. 309-2266. 309-2266. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling.
We're back at Bug Motors on Highway 29, 3 miles south of the Lynchburg Airport. We're talking with Joe, one of the owners at Bug Motors.
Hey, thanks, Dave. You know, here at Bug Motors, we take our customer service as our highest priority. That's why we have our ASE certified master technicians go through every vehicle before it hits the lot, making sure we can deliver our highest quality product to the public. We not only want to take care of the customer beforehand, but for the years to come as well. And remember, you can buy a car anywhere, but you can only buy us here at Bug Motors. Visit bugmotors.com for more information.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Virginia are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Brought to you by English Construction Company, with offices in Lynchburg.
Your home for Colonel Sports coverage. 105.5 KD Country.
The Subway postgame show returns here from 105.5 KD Country. I'm Kyle Haney. solo flight successful again today. I'm going to make Agent Zero, or perhaps the secret agent Josh Brown, perhaps Bob Alvis, or some other undisclosed mystery guest. I'm going to have somebody up here with me Tuesday night when the Generals from William Campbell come to town. I'll discuss them a bit more as the Subway postgame show goes on. Let me discuss all the things happening at KD Country right now, because if you're just a basketball fan, maybe you don't listen to the music, maybe you don't know some of the great things happening, but I'll tell you, the Bug Motors morning show at KD Country is quickly becoming one of the most talked about items, I think, in the entire area. We got a bunch of Regal Cinemas tickets to give away on there. We gave away Taken 3 earlier last week, Paddington is the movie we're giving away right now, great kids movie. A bunch of blockbusters that we've got our hands on ticket-wise there at Regal Cinemas. Just one reason why you got to tune into the Bug Motors morning show. Concert tickets galore. I think Tracy Lawrence is next up that we're giving away. And, of course, Todd and Dave do a great job playing the real country music. Speaking of real country music, if you haven't heard the Honky Tonk Jukebox yet, do yourself a favor and tune into that. Wednesdays and Saturdays at 8 p.m., the Sugar Daddy gets back in the time machine. He dusts off the vinyl records, all the stuff that you either haven't heard in a long time or you've never heard before. It's great if you're a country music fan because, like I said, you get to hear some seriously good stuff that they don't play every day or don't play enough of. Sugar Daddy is looking at 1965 this year. Maybe you're a gospel music fan. You've really got to tune in to Sundays with Brother Jay, uplifting spiritual music that'll make you feel good. Nothing like getting up on a Sunday morning and hearing some of that stuff to get your feet moving and make you feel really good about where you're at in life. That's a great program with Jay there on Sundays. And then KD Country in general, of course. Great real country all the time. The Subway postgame show, always great. A big reason of that is because of Subway. New grilled chicken strips are here at Subway. No artificial preservatives, no artificial flavors. The new grilled chicken strips, they taste better, and they are better. Don't forget, go to mysubwaycard.com to learn more and get free points just for signing up. 50 free ones just to sign up. Believe that's good for a 6-inch sub or a Flateza. I'll tell you what, win with Subway right now. You want a chance to win yourself a foot-long meal deal? Just post the word Flateza to the KD Country Facebook page. You need to post the word Flateza to the KD Country Facebook page. And in that foot-long meal deal, they'll probably let you get 2 Flatezas if you want. Can't even spell it. I said math was my poor subject, not spelling. Flatizza. That's Flateza. It's like a pizza, but on flatbread. If you haven't had one at Subway, do yourself a favor and pick that up tonight at Subway's of Altavista. Post the word Flateza to the KD Country Facebook. Win yourself a foot-long meal deal, courtesy of Subway's in Altavista. Another time out, we're back with the stats. We'll talk about this one. We'll talk about William Campbell on Tuesday. Player of the games, and we'll wrap it up here from Altavista High School. Colonel's big winner here today, 56-20. You heard every second of the action live on 105.5 KD Country.
A short drive will save you money.
In the market for a new Chevrolet? Fellers Chevrolet.
FellersDirect.com.
For a huge selection of new Chevrolets and pre-owned vehicles, it's Fellers Chevrolet.
FellersDirect.com.
FellersDirect.com. Selection. Convenience. Fellers Chevrolet.
Fellers Chevrolet.
Always open and only a click away.
FellersDirect.com.
A short drive will save you money. Feller Chevrolet in Altavista. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905. Personal, memorable memorial moments, celebrating life and more. Pre-arrangements with confidence, trust and care from our family to yours. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
Subway postgame show returns for the final segment. Hey, do we have a winner on that win with Subway yet? All you need to do is post the word Flateza to the KD Country Facebook page. I messed it up when I spelled it. If you get it close, we'll give you credit. Spelling, doesn't have to be 100% accurate. We just have to know what you're talking about. Postgame stats, probably not 100% accurate, unofficial as always, but feel like I'm pretty close here tonight. Let's start for the Goochland Bulldogs. Jack Twombly with 2. Cordell Maddox with 2. Darius Morris had 5. Noah Easley with 1. B.J. Sneed with 3. J-Rel Miles with 3. Reggie Hobbs had 2. And Corey Alexander had 2. 20 points total for Goochland. I'm not even going to try and sit here and add up and see if that adds up to 20, but again, I feel like it's pretty close. On the other side, for the Colonels, Lawrence Galliard had 2. Josh McClure had 5. Jordan Witcher with 1. Chancellor Mormon with 2. Mateo Malback with 3. Michi Malback with 7. Darius Johnson with 13 and 4 rebounds by my count. That'll be important later on, I'll tell you. Juan Thornhill with 8. Nelson Dews led everybody with 15. Nelson hit 3 times from beyond the three-point arc and really racked up his total very quickly. Nice game by Nelson. I mentioned Darius, the points and the rebounds. Remember, he was 9 rebounds shy of 500 coming into the night. I had him with 4. Again, that's unofficial, but it's not unofficial by much. If he didn't have 4, he probably either had 5 or 3, maybe 6 at the most. I didn't miss that many. So I feel certain with 100% confidence that Darius did not get that 500 rebound plateau here tonight. And also, we do have to remember with Juan Thornhill and Darius Johnson, they're both closing in on 1,000 points. Juan was 28 away. Again, I had him with 8 tonight, and we can't forget the 2 very big dunks. Or was there a third? I think there was 2. It's hard to remember sometimes with Juan. 8 points tonight. That means he's now 20 away from 1,000. Statistics unofficial. Darius Johnson I had with 13 points, so he should now be 17 points away from 1,000. Again, they're trying to join... I'm trying to read the 1,000-point club over here at Altavista. Kenny Hunt and Tracy Poindexter over 2,000. Other people that have scored 1,000 points for the Colonels. Kevin Mormon, Vincent Myers, of course, Vince Myers, one of the all-time greats here at Altavista, the father of Mateo Malback and Michi Malback. Sherman Pannell is over 1,000. Mark Johnson is over 1,000 there in the early 90s. And then the 2 most recent guys to do it, Mike Poindexter and Jarrell Jordan. Of course, they played together for a while. Jarrell did it in 2000. Mike did it in 2010. So it hasn't been that long since we've had a 1,000-point scorer out there. And Juan and Darius looking to join those ranks. It would be interesting to see what happens. I mean, it's a good probability. It's not certain, but it's a good probability that they could do it in the same game. They could both do it Tuesday night against William Campbell. I'm sure they and all the Colonel fans would prefer that they do it at home, but they don't do it Tuesday. It may have to wait till Friday at Appomattox. I'll tell you what the really interesting one would be. Darius, by my count, needs 5 rebounds and 17 points. Wouldn't it be interesting, Darius needs 5 rebounds to get to 500, 17 points to get to 1,000. Wouldn't it be interesting, Colonel fans, if Darius could get both on the same play? He could collect a rebound and stick it back up in for 2 to get the 1,000 points. That would be neat. Don't bet on it happening, but we'll just have to wait and see, huh? Chris Owen, Good Hands Award Player of the Game time. Now, let me think about this for just a moment. This is the one drawback, one of the drawbacks anyway, to not having a partner. You don't really have much time to think about who you're going to pick for Player of the Game. For Goochland, I'm going to start there, and I'm going to go with Darius Morris. He led him with 5 points, came off the bench. I thought he was really sort of the true point guard out there for Goochland. Nice job running the floor, played some good defense. Heady playmaker out there. He only had 5 points, but again, Goochland didn't score much as a team. That, a byproduct of the good Colonels defense. On the other side, for the Altavista Colonels, it's not all about points. It never is. But I'm going to go with number 24, Nelson Dews, the junior for the Altavista Colonels. Led everybody with 15 points. Defensively, he was solid. Did a nice job on the glass, boxed out, ran the floor well, made the right decisions, hit the open shot when he had the opportunities, and that's very important. Nelson Dews, my pick for Player of the Game. Bunch of guys you could pick as honorable mention, and the Colonels had 9 guys get in the scorebook. Josh McClure continues to be amazing on the glass and boxing out. Juan Thornhill, well, he's the magic man. He dunks it in from all angles, anytime. Defenders, you really got to be on your toes when Juan Thornhill is on the hardwood because he'll make you look foolish in a second. Hopefully we didn't look foolish tonight, and we do want to thank our sponsors, the First National Bank, focused on providing an extraordinary customer experience. English Construction Company, wishing our high school athletes an exciting and injury-free game. Highview Motors, GMC, from small to tall, Highview has it all. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer, warm in the winter, comfortable in between. English Building Supply, your complete home center and your home for Atrium vinyl windows. Feller Chevrolet, a short drive will save you money. Finch & Finch Funeral and Cremation Services, a family serving families since 1905. Select Air Mechanical and Electrical, your authorized train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. Bug Motors, over 40 cars and trucks in stock just minutes south of the airport on Route 29. Hey, while you're on Facebook, give Bug Motors' Facebook page a like. It's some fun stuff they got going on there. And, in fact, you should go seek out all of our sponsors on Facebook because they really do great stuff. It's a Subway post-game show. Robert's always doing specials on Facebook. You can get some free food just by liking them on Facebook. You can get some free food downloading the Reached app for us, REACHT. Answer some questions. Give us your feedback. The Reached app is your chance to join the conversation here at KD Country. Live internet broadcast at kdcountry.com, brought to you by Chris Owen, your Allstate agent in Lynchburg. Go online, search for Chris Owen today. That's going to wrap it up for us. For Eleanor Haney, our sound engineer, our executive producers, and all the folks that made the broadcast possible. Mike Cardellaro in the pregame interview. Colonels get the big win, 56-20. Next time we'll talk to you be at Altavista High School. William Campbell in town taking on the Colonels. Subway pregame show on Tuesday starts around 6:45. Until then, enjoy the real country music on 105.5 KD Country.